Right by. How you doing, guys? How to make supper? This is usually Mandy's job. You know that, don't you?
Chopping onions.
Yes. I usually make her do it.
Chef Boy G over here.
Usually I'm a whole lot quicker at this. Hands are a little shaky today.
Alright guys, I'm going to take you closer so you can actually see what he's doing.
I know what people are going to say. They say, why are you cutting that onion right there next to the raw meat? Because I'm going to cook it all together.
It'll be okay.
Maybe I've eaten worse.
Easy now.
Easy now. You know where I was going with that, didn't you?
Yes. Still daylight hours.
It ain't after dark.
Still daylight hours. Brenda says, cook it up, G.
Oh, yeah.
Jacob Scott says, hello.
How you doing, buddy?
Trying to get comments pulled up. Tim says, yummy. Ray says, great dish.
If I can make my hands work all right, I'd do a whole lot better.
Elise says, what's for dinner, Mr. G? Wendy Stubbins says, hey, Mary and G.
We're going to do beef stroganoff over Spaetzle.
Which is our grandson Squishy's favorite. He loves Spaetzle. Stephanie says, my favorite food. Kelly Hill says, stroganoff, yum. I just made stuffed peppers.
Oh, nice.
We still haven't made stuffed peppers. Jan says, yum. What are we having for supper? Beef stroganoff over Spaetzle. Nancy says, good afternoon, my G's. Good afternoon, hon. Whew. Dale says, looks good. Trina says, my eyes are watering just watching you cut up onions. Mark says, I want some. Elise says, sounds good. Wendy says, I'm cooking arroz con pollo tonight.
Arroz con pollo.
Oh, check you out, Wendy. Jacob said, I had chili.
She could have just chicken rice. She had to be all fancy.
She did. I like that. Vicky said, hi, G's. Dinner looks good. Karen says, what time are we eating? On my way.
Come on down.
Rex Robinson says, how fast can he chop?
Not very fast if I want to keep my fingers. I used to be better, but with my arthritis the way it is, I'm like really slow nowadays.
Greg said, good afternoon, G's. Good afternoon, hon. Brenda says, what are we cooking? Beef stroganoff over a bed of Spaetzle. Austin says, I thought Mr. G would have Mrs. G for dinner. Easy now. Darlene Chandler says, looks good, G's.
Thank you.
And of course, flash to the puppy. Mooches the floor. TT is eating. Jacob says, beautiful day, right? It is. Lou Ellis says, good afternoon, G's. Well, good afternoon, hon. Brenda says, looks great. Yep. She is a master when he comes to whipping up dishes here in the kitchen. Brenda asks, what is Spaetzle?
It's like a German egg noodle.
Very yummy.
Or it is a German egg noodle.
Very, very yummies.
Really easy to make, and it makes a great dish on its own.
Yeah, with butter. Ooh, yummy.
Fried up with some butter and garlic.
Taylor says, you camping? Nope. We're here at the RV that
That's where we live right now.
Currently residing. Trina says, you're at the hacienda? Yes, ma'am. Target says, sounds good. We are having either chicken, fried rice, or pulled pork. I decided to make both today.
You can't go wrong with either.
Either of those are good. Mooch has moved locations. He said, I will be the floor here in the kitchen. TT's poor eye. Her allergies are acting up on her today. It is super windy outside today, y'all. Nancy says, cold weather here today in Boise, Idaho, 55 degrees. It's nice here. It's windy, but it's like 78 degrees outside. I've got shorts and flip-flops on. Debbie Deckard says, I love stroganoff, but my hubby doesn't.
Oh, you don't know what he's missing.
My grandkids are 3,000 miles away. I guess I need to learn how to make it for one.
No.
You can always freeze it. And you can pull it out on one of them nights. Make it whatever night. He can have something, and then you can have your stroganoff.
Here's the secret.
Oh, there's that secret shaky stuff. Jeez, he's just going to lay in the kitchen. Trina says, Mooch is on cleanup duty. She loved the way I cook. I'm sloppy.
A little bit of G seasoning.
What? A little bit of G spice in the house. Nancy says, windy here also. Jacob says, Mrs. G, windy here today in Indiana. Dr. Pepper Drinker says, sounds good. Misty says, how much do you all charge for shipping some stroganoff to Texas? Shirley says, looks yummy. Jen says, what time is dinner? And do I have time to make it?
You'll be plenty left, believe me. So you got time.
Karen says, it's really windy here. Whoa, that rolled on me.
I'm not afraid to season beef. You know, beef holds seasoning really well. I know with chicken and pork, if you put too much, it's way too much. With beef, it could take a little more seasoning.
Trina asks, what's the special spice?
It's my own concoction, my own recipe, and we're fixing to bottle it.
Yep, y'all.
So I can't tell you the secret.
Before long, it will be coming to a store near you.
Maybe we'll get it into Uranus.
Dr. Pepper Drinker says, it rained last night and it was windy.
Is that right, TJ?
Stacy said, hi, Mr. and Mrs. G. You guys are great. Stay the way you are, down to earth. Well, thank you, Stacy. Keith says, Chef Boy RG.
Oh, yeah.
Happy Mama says, love me some beef stroganoff, but what I normally call it is only appropriate for after dark.
SOS?
Stella says, just coming on. Weather is windy and rainy. Rain is on the forecast. Dottie says, I live by myself, so I'm making a baked chicken breast tonight. That sounds good.
We'll add a little bit of white wine.
Well, you said, babe, get you some moonshine.
About a cup of white wine there. That was probably about a half a cup.
Don't mind our fridge, it's pretty bare.
Are you going to get you some moonshine?
Look it. Look at my little baby moonshines. Jillian says, yum. Bam Bam says, so is it Cuban or Puerto Rican style?
German.
Trina says, what's Mrs. G's special recipe? We've never seen her cook up anything.
Mrs. G can cook, don't get me wrong.
I can cook.
I just do most of the cooking. She's a very good cook.
I will come in the kitchen and I will start something, and then he will come in and take over.
It doesn't do her any good either.
So I just, after all these years of being at home and cooking for just me and the kids, when he is home, he'd cook.
And it's not that she's doing it wrong. It's just
he enjoys cooking.
I don't know about enjoy. It's just
You do. You enjoy cooking.
What's the word?
A knack for it.
I'm a control freak.
That's it. Well, Jimbo says, do you do all the cooking, G?
Yeah, I really do. Mrs. G can tear it up, though, let me tell you.
Yeah, you want chicken fried steak, taters and gravy, tater soup, biscuits and gravy. I can do all that stuff.
Gravy twice.
I said chicken fried steak with taters and gravy.
Oh, is that what he said?
Trina says, smart woman, let him. Little G in the house says carrot cake is her secret recipe.
Out of the kitchen. Go on.
Yes, I love to bake. And Bub, he can make my homemade carrot cake from scratch.
We're going to let that cook down a little bit more before I add that in.
Sue says, those rock. Baby moonshine. Love it. I know. I'm fixing to drink me one. Barb says, my hubby was the same way. Stacy says, good food brings family together. That's usually, the heart of our house is the kitchen. When we're all together, we congregate in the kitchen. Someone's chopping something, someone's washing something, someone's grabbing something that G needs to put in whatever dish she's making.
Where's your candle?
Jillian says, tacos.
Usually I just make my own beef broth, but I wasn't sure if I had any bouillon, and they were out at the store, so I bought some beef broth, and then I got back home and found out, oh, wait, I got bouillon.
There
So
it
we're
is.
just going to use them up anyway, otherwise I won't use them.
That is what it's doing. Oh, let's see. Bam Bam says, was same way before wife passed. In 20 years, she cooked twice.
Guys, is canned broth any good? I've never had it, to be honest with you.
Jillian says, I am more of a baker as well. Jen says, cooking is therapy for me. I love to cook. See, that's the way I am when it comes to baking. I love to bake.
I'd love to answer to that question. Actually, I'll tell you what, I'll just find that myself. How's that?
Taster.
Give
Second
her a
drawer.
try.
Marlene said, did you get your package for me? It said they delivered it to the office on the 20th.
The
No.
office isn't open today. And we just got home today.
So I will have to check on that tomorrow, honey. Wally Jimmo says, bring on the chicken fried steak.
Not so much.
Cindy says, I need potato soup. I'm recovering. Potato
It's
soup is
okay.
yummy.
Don't get me wrong. It's got a beef flavor to it, but
It's just not the kind that you would
Nah.
do. So Dale says, I do all the cooking at home. Sandra says, yummy carrot cake, my favorite. Someone yesterday on the live stream said they were making a homemade carrot cake with cream cheese icing with pineapple. I'm going to have to try that. I bet that is so yummy. Bill Belford Hill says, hello, G's and G-Force. How are you doing today? Sitting in
Doing very
Henderson, Nevada until tomorrow. Just made up some homemade sloppy joes. Something easy tonight. Sounds good, sweetheart. Whew. A little bit of a hot flash there. Jillian says, took me a bit to get used to making elk deer and that kind of thing. We usually use ground deer and anything that we would normally use ground beef in. Jillian says, sounds yummy. Jacob says, Mr. G, is your dog have allergies? Yes,
Yes.
TT does. She has allergies. Bill, thank you for the stars, hon. Star salute.
thank you, buddy.
Stu McGee says, hi, G-Force, Mom and Dad are teasing us. We are all on the way for dinner. Bo says, 49ers versus Chiefs today. What's the score, son? Karen says, I put crushed pineapples in my carrot cake. See, I would like to really try that. I don't know if anyone else besides me would eat it, though. Julie says, Chef G in the house. What? Stacy said, elk is good.
I guess we could have done like a lot of people do and just took a video of it, shortened it down, but then we couldn't talk to you.
Marlene says, you need to make tacos tomorrow and try my salsa. Pamela says, 3-0, 49ers. Awesome. Thanks for that, Pamela. Loretta says, oh yes, carrot cake. Carrot, one of my favorites. Can do without the cream cheese. The thing is, when I make my cream cheese icing, I don't necessarily follow the recipe because they tell you to add way too much powdered sugar and it makes it too super sweet.
Yeah, I don't like it very
And
sweet.
I like more of the cream cheese taste and just a little bit of the sweet. Donnie says, I'm roasting a chicken, herb stuffing, and veggies of some kind.
You
Sounds
can't
good.
go wrong there.
Bubba J says, rooting for the red and gold. Let's go, Niners. Stella says, how's about them Dallas Cowboys? Jillian says, backstrap steaks. Yummy. Oh, yeah. Jacob said, Colts scored for today. 10. Jillian says, love that t-shirt, G.
Well, thank you. Somebody gave it to me while we were on the convoy.
Yep.
I really like it.
Keith says 10-0 San Fran. What? Ricky Davis says, go Raiders. Bubba J says, I'll try it with pineapples. We're going to have to do that, Bub. Maybe when you get to come home next,
Out of the way. Go.
we'll make
Out of my
one,
kitchen. Yeah.
a carrot cake with pineapple in the frosting. And maybe in the cake as well. Stacy says, I'm a Steelers fan, but they need to do better. Marlene says, I'm canning pickled beets today. You are a busy lady. Wendy says, Jacob Short, sorry about your Colts. My Cowboys won. Woot woot. Kathleen said, add some sour cream to cream cheese icing as it cuts down on the sweetness. Yeah. I never thought about using the sour cream to help cut the sweetness. I just usually cut back on the powdered sugar. Cindy Hume says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, sweetheart. Sue McGee says, Cowboys rock that game. Marlene says, go Packers. Misty told Bub, go Chiefs. Heidi says, I met you at the match show smoking in the back lot this year. Pleasure meeting you.
It was a pleasure
It's
meeting
nice
you.
meeting you too,
You
honey.
have to tell on me.
Debbie says, Cowboys for the win at Wendy. Margaret says, crushed pineapple in the cake. I do it also. Love it. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to try that,
You
bub.
might have to give her a try on it. Alright, let's see here.
Cindy Hume says, I am a KC Chiefs fan. Cindy says, or excuse me, Wendy says, woohoo! At Jen. You would have laughed. I was trying to live stream the game to Sue McGee on my phone. Jennifer Duck says, hi from Georgia. What are you cooking? She is making beef stroganoff over Spaetzle. Linda says, good evening. Your house is coming along. Enjoy the progress on the new home. It is. It's coming along, hon. Wendy B of Arizona said, drone to fly the food to me when.
Yeah.
LOL. KR says, hey, geez. Hello, pups. TT's where she's not supposed to be, over there watching to see if anything hits the ground. Cindy Cody says, getting that time of year to bake Kringle. What's that, Cindy? Teresa says, fixing big pot roast of beef stew. Been working outside again all day. Will taste pretty good. I bet. Jennifer Doug says, over Spaetzle, what's up? No, Spaetzle, hon. Spaetzle. It's a German pasta. Angela says, hi, G's. Hi, the G's. Saskatchewan is getting our first snowfall. Oh, goodness. She said the 4-letter word. Cindy Hume says,
Keep it there, keep it there.
have a good night. Stacy says, love your pups. They're so cute. They're so ornery. TT was told to get out of the kitchen. Watch her. She said, I have a loophole on this. Don't show my bad behavior, Bob. No, Mooch is bad too because he just entered the kitchen again. Jillian says she thinks she is a land shark.
What we got here is we got 8 eggs.
Cindy Cody says it's a Danish cookie in the shape of a figure 8. Add some butter to the bake.
Give me
Add to
a
the bake,
dough paddle.
and they are delicious. Oh, all right. Was it close up with G's face? Excuse me. Watch your legs. You mean the dough hook?
You can
No,
use.
yours
You got the whisk. That's even better.
Are you
We can
sure
just
the
whisk
whisk?
it. Yeah, we can whisk it.
Okay.
Can you?
I would think one of the
Yeah,
paddles
give me
would
that.
be better. Mooch, get out of my kitchen.
I don't know. KitchenAid's a new thing.
We usually use the white one, the
Yeah.
other one, no. That's has the 3 gills on it.
Oh, that
Not
makes it.
this one.
What's that do?
This one just scrapes the edges really close. Let's use the one we normally use.
Okay. I don't care.
Here's your bean smasher. Oh. I forget, this one is. Take the motor off.
Go buy it. It'd be nice to have a little more room in the kitchen on it.
Sometimes I I feel like I'm not strong enough for this KitchenAid. There we go.
You get her?
And here is the splatter shield so that flour does not go flying everywhere.
Oh, needs that thing.
You do, because you're kind of a mess.
Yeah, you're gonna kind of have to take it off. It's gonna make a mess.
Is it going to be worse?
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot worse.
Okay, well, what is that?
Doesn't have to tilt it.
No, this is the one that goes down and you have to take
I will make it go up and get it out of the way. There you go.
There?
I guess. I'd rather have it out of there.
Okay.
There you go. That's good. I'm not used to your
new
fancy,
KitchenAid.
dancy stuff here.
Okay, I had the other KitchenAid that the top just went up, but she was a sweetheart, and he got me the one that I've been wanting for a very long time. So it's kind of different for him to work. Nope, you just gotta.
You gotta push it.
See that little thing back there? That has to go in there, and then that will go on there. Nope, nope. Forward. Now push it.
I'm in the deal.
Hold on.
Well, this is just ridiculous.
Here. You got it.
No, I'm not. You go like this. You gotta go.
Don't manhandle my,
You just gotta
my
manhandle.
KitchenAid.
Every once in a while, you just gotta manhandle things.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Alexander says, hello, Mr. and Mrs. G. I am a one pot fan. In memorial to my grandma. German.
One
and I'm
teaspoon
not sure how to say that.
salt. Are you showing what's going on here? Can you see?
I was trying to read comments, but I will show what's
Got 1
going
teaspoon
on.
of salt. Got 8 cups of flour.
Okay, you're going to want to put this up. Because it's not going to mix anything.
How do you put it up? Okay. Then we got 4 cups of flour, 8 eggs. Look at that, you broke it.
I didn't break it.
Okay. You and your fancy stuff.
Move T so I can fix this for Dad. Okay.
Turn it on.
There we go.
About 3/4 cup of milk here.
Bam Bam says, I am donating my older style KitchenAid. No room for it in the RV. Yeah, we sold mine. And
Add a little bit of basil to it. What do you say?
I had it since the kids were younger.
A little bit of basil. And some chives.
I did a lot of baking with that KitchenAid. That bowl's not in there right.
Because you messed it up.
You messed it up. I didn't have no problem with it when I did my carrot cake.
There.
Is it, okay, it's latched now.
Heck, I don't like this thing. Oh, I gotta take the lid off.
Oh no.
There.
Emily said, good evening, G's and G-Force.
Right.
Good evening, hon.
You got it all the way up?
Heidi said, user error.
You got it all the way up?
It's all the way up.
Alright, we're good.
Heidi says, I have the same mixer. It's amazing. I love it. I've been wanting one for years since I got my very first KitchenAid.
I'm liking my spice rack.
Yep, G has the one heck of a spice rack up there. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Stacy says, I have an older one than that. Yeah, see, I had the older one too. One of the first models that they came out with. And like I said, I used it for years and years. Did a lot of baking for the kids for fundraising and for their class parties and stuff like that. And when we sold everything, I sold it too. And we happened to go to, I think it was Costco, and they had this new one that G got me for a lot cheaper than what I had priced it.
I really need to get me another pot about that size.
Yeah. So he got it for me. He knew I'd wanted this one that, you know, that the top doesn't open up, but it actually has a lever to lower the bowl. Donnie says, I'm coming to live with you so I can have the food. You guys are amazing in the kitchen.
We ain't looking at my nose right now, right? Or straight
No,
at my
top your
chest.
nose. Barbara says, what are you making with the mixer?
Why don't you go ahead and
He's
mix
making
it back up?
spaetzle.
Go ahead and show them why you got it there.
That is a spaetzle dough mix.
And I'll need my press. Did you just down that shot?
No, it still has some in there. I've been
She's
reading
gonna be
comments.
drunk here in a minute.
No, I'm not.
You want a glass of wine?
No, I'm not a wine girl. Cheryl
It's
says,
not good wine.
hi, Chef G and Baker Mrs. G. I made apple juice and grape juice to freeze and make jelly. Oops, that wrong. Later. Now I'm canning tomatoes. You sure have been busy too. Everyone's been real busy. Kathy says, have the same mixer, it works great. Wendy says, I need one of those mixers. I do have that blue bowl. Oh, actually, this blue bowl right here?
That's one my sister gave you, isn't it?
I don't know which one she's talking about. She's talking about the one with the eggs in it. And so then, yeah, that's one Sheila gave us when we went to go visit her. Heidi says, my first KitchenAid, I bought it in 1996 and it lived through 2017. And I used it for everything. They last so long. I hope I get another 30 years with the new one. That's awesome. And I know you can actually have them fixed because they fix them and they refurbish them and they resell them.
I like to add a little bit of bouillon, chicken, beef, whatever floats your boat, to the water. It gives a spaetzle an even greater flavor.
Bam Bam says, I already gave away all the attachments and had them all. We did too. We had what did we have? We had the pasta maker, the shredder one,
I don't know if I
and
like
we had
this.
the one for to do the sausage. Why don't you like it? Debbie says, Trucker G, snap bowl back in. Robert Macanasia says, I like the shirt, Mr. G. Where can I buy one?
I
It was
don't know.
given
It was
to
given
us.
to me, so I really don't know. Here, I gotta take that paddle thing off. I don't know how to work it.
Same as the other one.
The other one just flipped.
Would you
I can't see.
stop manhandling my mixer?
I like to manhandle your mixer. That just sounded dirty, honey.
Wait. Bam Bam says, love G-shirt. My collection is all within reach. Plus several thousand rounds. Wendy says, I will have to get one when the Black Friday deals start at
Where's your,
Jensen's.
Rubber spatula. Probably in that.
Over there, red
Can you
top.
hand it to me?
Yes, I can.
And I'm gonna need my spaetzle press.
That is down here. Let's turn the light on, exhaust on. Watch your knees so I don't hit it with the door.
You hit my knee.
You would smash her.
Smacking with my knee. My weenie.
You see my weenie?
Yeah, I'm in grade school again.
Oh my god. Wendy said the clear blue bowl, Mary. Yeah, G's sister Sheila gave it to us. She gave us that one and then the bigger size one as well. Stacey said, I wish I could meet you two in person. You never know what will pop up, honey. Patricia says, I love my KitchenAid. As a matter of fact, I'm using my KitchenAid to make applesauce. Awesome. Jack says, I will be right over, LOL. I live in Nebraska. Greg says, Mr. G needs to put out a cookbook.
I'm really not liking using the canned broth, honey.
I know. Doodah says, they are today's special. Seen it earlier. The mixer. Oh, awesome. Stacy says, Mrs. G, are you guys still doing your seasoning? Yes, it is in the works, sweetheart. In the works. Bam Bam says, I got my first KitchenAid at the same time as the same display model with all the attachments on their clearance rack for $125 back in about 1978. That was a killer price for the KitchenAid plus all the attachments because nowadays
Back then,
there's
it was
no
a lot of
way.
money, honey.
I understand, but nowadays it's like $200 and some for the one that flips up from the top, plus another $50 or $60.
$125 would go a long way in the 70s compared to what $125 does today. Or compared to what $250 does today.
Jillian says bone broth is yummy. Stacy says awesome.
Yeah, I'd rather have had my own broth, but it is what it is. We used to have all that stuff. We used to have it frozen.
We did.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get by, right?
Jillian says, yeah, and the Vita Mix Mixer is spinning now too. I remember when G got me my first KitchenAid. It was a Black Friday sale at Walmart. They only had 2 of them. And he knew I wanted one, and he made sure he staked it out, and he waited right there. He grabbed one for me, and then he grabbed one for our friend Gladys. Darlene says, hello, Mr. and Mrs. G. How's things going? Going good, sweetheart. Going good. She's cooking up some yummy goodness. Daphne says, we are family. Got all my sisters and brothers.
We are family. I got all my sisters and me.
Laylee's in the house. What? Says, I want Spaetzle.
No, you're not feeling good and you stay away from me.
Dad said, you're a germ and you're confined to your own
You
house.
are quarantined. I'm looking right here in the camera's over there.
Margaret said, I would love to meet you guys also, but for now, it's okay. I follow you guys every day. I'm from New Brunswick, Canada.
Well, thank you.
Sean says, those KitchenAid mixers are around $600 now if you buy them new. G got this one
those
for
on
a
sale.
heck of a deal. I mean, it's the price of the small one.
Yeah.
And I know they go for a lot more.
Yeah, I wouldn't give it that much.
No. Mona says, I still use the wall hanging hand mixer that my mom got in the 60s.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No. Stacy said, absolutely. We all have to do what we have to do to get by. Amen. Angie said, just made my second batch of bread in my KitchenAid. Same one as yours. Awesome. Mama One says, made chicken stock and noodle soup yesterday. Froze up a bunch. That's good thinking right there. Debbie says, great deal for the mixer. Yeah, because I know how much they go for. I priced them for several years now. And when I seen that they were the price of the smaller ones, I grabbed it. Daphne says, have you made bread with that mixer yet? No, I have not, sweetheart. We just recently picked it up. Bam Bam says, I have worn out 3 of the twists. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, he retracted it. Jesse says, send me a plate. Duda says $339 today, QVC. That little shot hit the spot. I'm going to keep my little jar.
You alcoholic.
Oh yes, I'm an alcoholic with this little teeny tiny little baby moonshine. I'll keep the little bottle. Debbie says, Mrs. G, I have the same mixer, paid $350 for it 17 years ago.
I hope this works. Because I got rid of my screen spoon.
The other one.
I don't have a slotted spoon, except for that wood one, and that ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
So I'll have to make that work.
Barb said, I cooked fried potatoes and onions, potatoes and onions. Teresa says, I also got my mixer on clearance at Lazarus. Had wanted one for years. I was over the moon. Okay. I was over the moon. Can't remember exact price, but it was around $100.
I can move this that way.
Yeah. Excuse me. What are you doing? What are you doing, Motor Movers?
What I did is I added that 16 ounces of beef broth in with the meat, and what I did is I cooked all the white wine out of it with the onions and the meat. Then I added that 16 ounces of the beef broth, Now I'm gonna add some portobello, sliced portobello mushrooms. And I don't necessarily do it like everybody else. I just do it my own way, I reckon. Never seen a recipe, never seen anybody make it, so I just do things my own way.
How did you get back in the kitchen?
They weasel.
This is usually on the floor over
Come on, get out of my kitchen. You're at my roaster. Go on. Get.
Debbie says, hello, G's and G-Force family. Hello, hon. Patricia says, my mom had a KitchenAid that my grandmother had bought her as a wedding gift way back in '61. Used it, and it ran way up until the 90s.
I believe that nothing's made like they used to be, though. I don't know, the last KitchenAid you had quite a while, and they still work great.
I since the kids were small. Sherry Beeman said, hey, G's, what's cooking? G's making beef stroganoff over Spaetzle.
We're going to bring this, well, I guess instead of broth now, that chicken broth, I added the bouillon to it, but we're going to bring it to a boil, and then I'll start cooking the Spaetzle.
Debbie
Did you
says,
try that already?
yes. I have a set of 3 of the Anchor Hockey glass bowls in green. Would love to find another set. Perfect size for big batch cooking, leftovers every time.
I bet the green's really
Is that
pretty.
what these are, the Anchor? I can't tell. I don't know. My sister-in-law, she said she picked them up for $1.
Anchor?
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you, Kentucky Redneck. Becky Hodges says, love the blue bowls. Well, thank you. My sister-in-law gave them to me. Stacy says, Mr. and Mrs. G, when do you think you will come to the Pennsylvania around Washington County, if that's one of your delivery stops?
It's hard to tell, to be honest with you. You just never know where we're going to be. I never know where we're going to be.
Helen says, looking good. Love you both. Thank you, hon. Kathy says, sounds yummy. Debbie says, I haven't been able to find the green, only clear. Freebird says, that's an RV with a kitchen island. Wow. Yes, it is. And it's got quite a bit of pantry space and cupboard space. It's got the big residential size refrigerator in it, plus it has more space on the other side towards the right of me.
We've come a long way since the days of I Love Lucy.
Yeah. Sue McGee says, I wish we had smell-o-vision. I bet it smells great in there, like Sunday cooking.
It smells pretty good up in here,
It is
if I don't say so myself.
It is.
Or do say so
Very
myself.
Freebird says, very nice. Well, thank you, hon. Debbie says, RV is beautiful. Thank you, honey. Sherry Beeman says, beef stroganoff sounds good. Jew, would you please post your
We
recipe?
don't usually put the extra.
What are you talking about? I didn't put anything extra in there.
I didn't realize it did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You knew that?
Yeah. I'm the one that
Well.
always cleans it.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Bam Bam says, I found a KitchenAid 1.5 horsepower Emerson blender with bread hook to replace the stand model, but it takes 2 hands and strong arms to control it. Stacy says, it's a nice setup. Thank you, hon. Kevin says, happy Sunday, G's and G-Force family. Happy Sunday, Kevin. Roman says, I just got done eating some chili
really thick.
and crackers. Yeah, usually when you and Lightly make it, it's a lot thinner.
Yeah, you can have a little one off of that.
Sherry Beeman said, G, did you hear Mrs. G? Would you please post your recipe, please? G doesn't really have a recipe that he goes by. Nick says, what up for Maine? It's getting a little nipply up here, Maine. Linda says, I have beef and chicken in Canada right now for instant meals. Right on. Sounds like everyone's prepping for the winter. Ann says, I have my late mother-in-law's kitchen aid she got in the late 60s, and I've had it 25 years. Yeah, every person that I've ever talked to that's had a KitchenAid, especially the older ones, they said that, you know, they just keep going and going and going. Jillian says, G does like me Cedo pants cooking.
Exactly.
Lori says, what time you want me there for dinner?
Come on by.
Scott Rowland says, hi guys, looks like we have been adopted by a dog, Kona, a pit and shepherd mix. Aww. She picked you. Sean Saunders says, be careful not to lose any teeth in that mixing bowl. Is it better now?
Yeah,
A little more liquidy consistency. Chud Claude's helmet says, how's it hanging? Pretty good, hon.
little left.
Mary
and
says,
down low.
73 here in Michigan. That's a nice temperature. Sue says, we have a very heavy KitchenAid. It's dark blue and still working great. Awesome. Debbie says, I have yet to can meat other than venison. Want to do up some soups for instant meals. May do up some beef and chicken if I can find a good price. Karen says, I had a Hamilton Beach stand mixer I use almost daily for 50 years.
Yeah, they make a good mixer too.
Debbie said, did you get a chance to work on that spice yet? We have not, but since we are home, we need to make a trip to go get the ingredients. Sherry Beeman says, G, you need to do a recipe book and sell it with your G special ingredient seasoning mix. Sue McGee says, easy now, Mr. G. Not after dark yet. Chuck Claude's helmet says, put some Parmesan in it. Linda says, I have burger, brisket, pork, chicken, and sausage canned. Right on. Joseph Kenny says, I'm still blown away, G, in Walmart on Black Friday. Nope, no way. Yep. We used to do it every year. Every year we'd hit Black Friday, whether he was just passing through or he was actually home to go to the sale. There was a couple times when he was just passing through and we met up so that we could go to Black Friday, and then I went to work and he went back on the road.
Now we were able to afford to get the kids presents.
Yeah. Carl said, should have my half of beef this week. Awesome. Sherry Beeman says, no comment, G.
I didn't hear.
About the cookbook.
Oh, it's really hard. I don't have the actual recipes. We can probably make it happen one day.
Missy says, I'm patiently waiting for their spice to come out. LOL.
Yeah, it's still in the works, guys. We haven't given up on it.
Patricia says, Penny, get ready to leave. Sharon, you and I are heading to Mary and Gerald's for dinner. LOL. Lori says, howdy, G's. Crab cakes and french fries here for dinner. Oh, that sounds good. I like crab cakes. Lori says, howdy, G. Okay, I read that. Sorry. Beth says, yum. Love beef stroganoff. Debbie says, I have no idea how to can meat. Sean Saunders says, a little left, down, low, all around, and to and fro. Freebird says, already did Xmas shopping. Have a feeling they will hike the prices up. Actually, I was talking to Mook and Cody today, and they were talking about getting a jump start on their Christmas shopping as well. Carl says, like Grandma half a dash there, a little dash here.
Yeah, just a smidgen.
Yeah. Freebird says keto diet here, lost 50 pounds. Awesome, congratulations, hun. Darlene said, just ate barbecue pork sandwiches, fried chipped potatoes, green beans, and sweet onions. That sounds yummy too.
I don't know if they can see what I'm doing or not.
Hold on, I'll take you over there so you can see G jiggle it. Candace says, good afternoon, G's. Good afternoon, hun. Nancy says, my Christmas shopping is done. Well, you're definitely got it done and over with. Kathleen says, 75 here in the center of Minnesota with wind advisory. We also have risk of severe weather tonight. Marginal risk. Chud says, try spicy lamb. Oop, it rolled. Nahar or chicken frying made by the real Indo-Paki. Chud says, I don't know how they do it. I can't do it yet. Sue McGee says, we need to start a waiting list for your spices so you can get an idea of how I lost it. How much you need to make when it goes on market.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Sean says the earlier the better you get your guys, it's rolling like crazy. Get your Thanksgiving food shopping done. Now, I spent $11 for eggs. Whoa, buddy. Those are some expensive eggs. Wendy says, to get G's recipe down on paper, we'll have to do what I do with my memory. Literally had a shallow bowl catching everything she'd want to know or want to throw in pot. Was long day making her meat pies. Barbara Pruitt says, what time is dinner?
Yeah.
Alright, let's set you guys back up over here. Joseph says, we did Kmart layaways, so I understand completely.
Yeah, we used to do that also.
Yeah, we did.
Do what you gotta do, right?
That's right.
We didn't have much. We made it stretch, though.
Debbie says, wow, I'm losing it. Could have sworn I could smell it, but it's just my own dinner in the oven. Kevin says, free state of Florida in the house. Sean says, I'm not sure if we all want to watch G jiggle it. Freebird is laughing. Wendy says, but I have the recipe
Wiggle.
and make them every Christmas Eve. That's great. Karen says, hi G's, Michelle and I are headed home after spending the weekend in Nashville, Indiana. Whoops.
You guys be safe.
For what would have been me and my husband's 55th wedding anniversary. My son and daughter-in-law met us down there. Had a great but bittersweet time. We went to Nashville with our kids and grandkids for many years to celebrate our anniversary.
Great memories, though. And who better to spend it with than family?
That's right. Freebird says, I have been doing it for a while. I get it. I am 48. I need to be in shape to keep up with my kid. Laylee and I actually did keto there for a while, and we lost quite a bit of weight.
I done keto on accident a few times.
He did. He came home.
I cooked keto on accident.
That was the problem. G would come home while we were doing the keto diet, and he'd want to make all this yummy food like pastas. And
You guys eat what you want. I know what I'm having.
and we couldn't eat it. And then one day he came home and he made something, and we're like, we can have that. That's keto. What was it?
I don't even remember what it was.
I think it was the green beans, onions, and bacon is what he made.
It was.
I think it was.
No, because I make that all the time.
Linda
It's something
says,
new.
being disabled and on SSI, I can no longer Christmas shop for the grands, but I sure spoiled them when I could.
Yeah, when you get so many grandchildren, I don't know how some people do it. You know, we just got the 3, so it ain't too bad.
Pam says, good afternoon, families. Just made coffee and baking banana bread. Ooh, buddy, nanner bread. See, our problem with the keto is we just didn't stick with it. If you stick with it, you'll do great, sweetheart. And it sounds like you're doing great already. Nancy says, I have 12 grandkids.
Yeah, that's rough.
Carol Hall says, looks like egg noodles, the old way. Looks good.
That's what they are. They're just German egg noodles.
Donna says, yes, with 17 grandkids and 6 grandson, it's really hard. Angela says, it is 1 here, or -1 here with the snow today. Ooh, sweetheart, you better bundle up. Wendy B of Arizona says, I'm making nanner bread tomorrow. Did painting today. Ooh, everyone's making nanner bread. Debbie says, nanner bread, not keto, LOL, Mrs. G. I see, that is my problem. Mine is the sweets. I tried doing it. Laylee's the same way. She's just
nasty.
She loves sweets too. We tried doing keto sweets, and like G just said, they were nasty. We used the almond flour, and yeah, no. Cindy asked, how is little G doing? He's doing great, hon. He was actually on the live stream earlier. But he's doing good. They did get their first winter storm of the year. And they got quite a bit of snow. And some pretty strong winds.
Here, move that out of the way there, baby.
The wooden,
No,
or the...
I'm going to try to use that one. I'm talking about this one here.
Oh, okay.
Here, get that off my chest. The camera's I'm like right up on it, I'm sure.
Okay, there we go. I'm going to set it in the bowl. Cliff H says, my 21st grandchild arrived a few weeks ago. Hi, G's.
Oh,
well,
wow.
Congratulations.
Your kids are busy. Either that or you had a lot of kids and you were busy. Or both.
Linda says 13 now. Wendy B of Arizona says, I got 6 grandkids. Don't get to see them. Saves money, but rough on the heart.
Yeah.
No, I understand.
I couldn't imagine.
Freebird says, yeah, I used to do a lot of outdoor stuff like horseback riding, dirt bike riding, skiing, jet skis. I want to be able to do that with my kid. You can do it, sweetheart. Sean says, my grandparents had 76 grandkids and 9 great-grands. They got smart and just bought one big communal present for each family.
Smart.
That is smart. We'll go watch G. Wiggle that into the boiling
Usually I don't
liquid.
have it this thick.
Usually it's thinner and it
You
just
should
kind
have a little
of
bit
gravity
more
takes its course.
Not that big of a deal. It's still going to taste the same. It just makes it a little...
harder to get out of the
Yeah.
press. Sean says G is jiggling it again. Debbie says, I hear you, Freebird. I have to take thyroid pulmonary base problem for me. Or pituitary base problem for me. Struggling with my levels now. Plays some into weight issues. Need to focus and get back on track. Wendy says, Mary, sneak a taste. Give us a review. Well, there's the next batch going into the pot. And here's the finished batch. It's got butter melting into it. And I already know it is yummy. And then we have a mooch, who is the floor. And TT, she is the floor up there too. She's guarding the bedroom door.
Didn't work out the way I wanted to. That's a rat. Need work. Watch this.
Yep. Oh, those darn. Thank you, Kentucky Redneck. Debbie says yummy. Wendy says yummy. Lori says puppy. LOL. Pam says do a little dance, Mr. G. Do a little dance. Carl said had my 11th grandbaby yesterday. Last one, I guess. Well, congratulations. Grandbabies they're just the absolute best.
There we go.
That's right, Wendy. Kentucky Redneck is on it. Sean says the fur kids are behaving for once. It's because they're super tuckered out. Yumminess.
And I'll fry them one more time too. I'll fry them with some more butter.
Debbie said, wish I was there to taste test.
Very good.
Debbie Gray says, looks awesome. Wendy B of Arizona says, grandkids are your reward for letting your kids live.
What I'll do is I'll refry it. I'll fry them in some butter and some garlic.
Libby says, good evening, G's. I got my prayers answered. New job at Purdue University admin assistant in the chemistry department.
Awesome.
Start on Halloween. Congratulations. Michelle Brandon says, I wish we had smell-o-vision. Wendy says, ooh, those in a little brown butter. Yummy. Carl says, gee, where's your apron? He forgot to put it on.
Yeah.
Sean says, set up another place setting. I'm on my way over. Hugh Stevenson says, hey, y'all, snowing in Northeast Wyoming. Oh, goodness. It is definitely that time of year. Candace says, I've been on the keto carb diet for 3 years, and I've lost 90 pounds. Well,
Awesome.
Congratulations, hon. That's good. Lisa says, do a little dance, Mr. G. Do it again. Do it again.
Nope. No more. I'm like a stripper. They get off stage when they're not sitting. I'm just kidding.
Penny Smith says, do you have scratch and sniff? LOL. I'm hungry.
I thought you said that because of my dance. Like, easy now. It ain't after dark.
Cheryl says, what are we making? G is making beef stroganoff over Spaetzle. Do a little dance. And now we wait.
You got it pointed right at the refrigerator.
No, I have it pointing up there. I have to blow the screen up, honey, so I can read them better.
I see.
Lisa says, do it again, do it again. Libby says, thank you, G's. I am so excited. 5 faculty to keep up. Division chair is in my office. God is good.
Oh.
All the time,
Yeah.
sweetheart. All the time.
Sorry, guys. I had to sit down for a second. My back was starting to lock up.
Debbie says, butter and garlic makes everything better.
Amen. Easy now, honey.
Wendy says, save the dance for your fans only page. Don't give it away, or is it only fans?
It's fans only, ain't it?
You always call it only fan. Or which is it? Is it only fans or fans only? Sue McGee says, Mr. G, I'm sexy and I know it.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Oh my gosh. You guys have never seen the milkshake dance. That is one that you will have to eventually show them. Nancy says, with snowing lightly, staying on yards and roofs in Medicine Hat, Alberta. Muddy paws to wipe up. Aww. Kentucky Redneck says, Wendy, I gotta run. Your turn to catch the bots. Thank you, Kentucky
Thank you,
Redneck.
Oh.
Lisa says, I made beef stew today. Yummy. That sounds good. Libby says, we need to see it. Milkshake. Debbie says, oh, please, show the milkshake dance. Sean says, do the milkshake dance,
I'm
G.
in cooking mode.
I got dollar bills waiting for the G-string. Debbie said, you put
$20.
you put too much swivel in that dance. That's how you hurt your back.
Probably.
Goodness gracious.
And that's a darn good
Thank you, Wendy.
observation.
Catherine says, are you home for a while? We're home until we have to leave back out because we are heading to Searcy, Arkansas for the American Truckers Jubilee Truck Show.
He's wanting me to go up on stage and do some speaking there. I don't know. I'm kind of a little nervous about it. I'm not much of a speaker.
Aww. Lay says, Squish said you're not nice since you're not sharing your Spaetzle, LOL.
Oh, he can have some. Layla just can't come here.
Lisa said, dollar bill, dollar bill. Wendy said, whoa, the bots are liking G's dance. I know, as soon as Kentucky Redneck left and G did the dance, all the bots hit. Try In and Out says, love Stroganoff. Judy says, hi, G's, cooking up a storm again.
What does they try In and Out?
That's their name on here.
Oh,
on
In and Out, side to side, back and forth. Hell, I'll do it any way I can.
Lily, I would exit if I were you. Judy said, hi, G's, cooking up a storm again, I see. I didn't have much of an appetite, but now I do, LOL. Hugh says, it was 74 degrees Friday. It won't get out of the 30s today in northeast Wyoming. 4 to 7 inches of the white crap by morning.
Ooh, keep it there.
Lori Allen says, you speak good, G. Freebird says, have a glass of wine before your speech to relax you. Everyone hates giving speeches. Wendy said, gee, you are a great speaker. Always speak with your gut. Can't go wrong.
Yeah, my thing, like you just said, I mean, I never know what I'm going to say until I get up there and it just spews out my mouth.
Debbie says, Mr. G, you're a great speaker.
That's why I told Lee, I said, you sure you want me to speak? I said, I'm liable to piss some people off. Depends on what day you catch me.
Sean says, hey, I got a Benji ready. G is worth it. Robin asks, what is Spaetzle? Spaetzle is a German noodle. It's right there in the blue bowl. Instead of putting it over like egg noodles or a different type of pasta, but I mean like the normal egg noodles that we're used to buying in the store. G makes Spaetzle from scratch. And then we put the stroganoff right over the top. Freebird says, yeah, he is a good speaker. Ann Morale says, you ever make goulash? That's what I've been wanting.
Yep.
Jean says, Wyoming can keep the white stuff. Daphne says, it's sunny and it's 76 degrees. We got storms coming in Alabama on Tuesday. Barbara Pruitt says it's 62 degrees here in Bakersfield, California, and clean and sunny. Jillian says, I guess you will have to have Spaetzle. Oh, for Lay, for Thanksgiving, so the daughter can have it. I'll tell you what, Yoda and Squish can tear up just a bowl of the Spaetzle fried in butter. You give them a big bowl of that and they just grub down. We'll just set it to the side for now. Do what?
Milk.
Oh, you forgot to put the milk away. Hey babe, you forgot to put the milk away. Barbara says, clear and sunny. Sean says, blue sky is not a cloud to be seen. 76 degrees here. Jean says, it's 77 and very sunny and windy in central Illinois. Targeted said, speaking of improving, ran out of oil for chicken fried rice, so I used butter. A little bit richer than normal, but it's still good.
Works.
There you go. Try it and out says, what do you call a masturbating bowl? Cindy Cody says, 81 in Iowa. Evelyn says, dang, homemade pasta? Mr. G, you need to open a restaurant in your spare time. Wendy says, I'll sit at the kids' table if that's being served. Try In and Out says, beef stroganoff.
I wasn't going to say it.
Hugh says, nothing better than butter noodles with a little Hidden Valley Ranch sprinkled on it. Joseph says, just picture you are live streaming and talking to all of us. Charlene says, raining and 58 here.
It don't make me nervous up there in front of people. It's just, Never know what I'm gonna say.
Jillian says traveling food truck. Sean says it's pretty bad that it is warmer in Iowa than in Florida. Kevin says 77 here in North Florida. Wendy B of Arizona says they always put me at the kids table. I sat adult table once. Too uncomfortable to adults. TT's snoring it up in the hallway. Wendy says, oops, just realized I had the chat on top chat. And Clark says, yummy. Are you running out of counter space there, babe?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
You're welcome. I still gotta go do laundry.
A little lumpy.
Laundry. Debbie says, same here, Wendy. Thanks. My bad. Debbie says, which brother booted me out of the RV? Well, I haven't seen Mike and I haven't seen John. Jackie said, hi, G's and Force. Supper sounds great. It looks and tastes great, too. Just saying. G says, when we're at the store getting all the ingredients, he says, I'll just make a little batch because it's just you and me. Do you see that bowl of Spaetzle? And he didn't even double the recipe.
No, I usually do.
Carol Hall said, geez, I posted on other page. You both sing Mrs. G holding the flag and singing in front of the truck. Wendy said, Tim did it. Ann says, are you guys doing okay? Trucker G looks tired. We are exhausted,
We've been up since
guys.
1 o'clock this morning. It was me, T. It was me.
Calm down, Cujo. Oh, look at her. She's like, I heard someone knock. Who was knocking at my house? I'm gonna get him. It's okay. Is that right? It's just like, what is she fussing at? I see nothing. Dad put a bowl on the table.
Put me a
Is it?
towel out.
Okay.
Mop.
Watch it, Mama. Oh, you kind of have everything.
Here.
Give me one.
Yeah, I was going to do a towel.
Oh, thank you. Put this over here. I need to put that in the cupboard anyways. Okay, there you go. Right
That's
there.
one thing bad about limited counter spaces. You can't clean up as I go, can you?
Nope, because you're in front of the sink. Usually I have this knocked out in 2 shakes. Sean says, how do you guys manage to live in such a small space? It's just me, and 1,100 square feet is too small for me. We live in the truck, and the truck is a whole lot smaller than this RV.
Make do with what you got, right?
Darla says, need a recipe for the pasta.
Go back to the beginning. I showed everything. It was 8 eggs, 4 cups of flour, teaspoon of salt, and I'd go with about a cup of milk.
She says, my business...
And if you want to add chives or basil or something like that, I added chives and basil. You can add chives and basil. It's up to you.
My business partner is headed to Belize for a week for vacation. I guess it was empty, so I have flour over there in the big one. I guess I get to stay home and get snowed on. Tori,
Are you getting a snow job?
Spaetzle is a German pasta that you makes from scratch. Wendy B of Arizona says, my solace is maybe 100 cubic feet, 8 or 6 by 8 by 3.5. Darla says, thanks. Sounds yummy.
Now I'm making a roux.
Teresa says, good evening, Mr. and Mrs. G. Just got on. How are you both? What's for dinner? I'm having homemade pizza.
Open that other can up, please.
The stock, correct? Okay, it's open and it's on the wooden cutting board right behind you. You find a better place to put the Chuck in the board.
Like I said, what I'm doing here is making a roux. It's probably about, I'd say a cup of flour with a stick of butter, a cup and a half of flour, something like that. And we'll stir that up so we get a nice coffee color. Coffee or caramel, it kind of depends on how you like it. But make sure you stir it up because there ain't nothing worse than the taste of burnt flour.
Judy Montgomery says, do you have to press the dough through the press?
No, usually, that's why I said add about a cup of milk instead of 3/4 of a cup. Usually it's a whole lot
it's a thinner
thinner, and you can just put the handle down and it'll start going on its own.
Kind of like gravity.
And you don't have to do all the shaking like I was having to do.
I gotta go get these bots off there. As soon as I walked away, they hit. Thank you, Wendy. Stephanie says, that's what I just ate. Homemade pizza. Wendy S says, I ate my sausage links from the air fryer. Awesome. Frankie says, I'm coming over for dinner.
Come on over, there'll be plenty.
You're fine, Wendy. It's like, as soon as we both walked away from where we can get rid of them, they're like, attack, attack. Mike says, I can talk you through some Cajun red beans and rice. That would be fun and very tasty.
Yeah, I like red beans and rice.
Karen says, hello, Mr. and Mrs. G. Food looks
I used
good.
to have a great etouffee recipe, but I don't know what happened with it.
I'm making baked chicken, corn, and mashed potatoes. Have a safe travels when you guys are on the road again. Thank you, hun. He says, at least the bots are alive and well. Ooh, hot flash.
Where's that? What's that? Stop.
Right here. I'm coming up on your left.
Come on. Stop me wherever you're doing. Give us milk.
Okay, let's
Come on,
try it.
this side.
Oh.
Okay. Here you can either add water, more stock, or milk. It's up to you.
I like milk because it makes it creamier.
Milk makes it a little more creamier.
We got sour cream and slosh.
I know.
Careful, you're sloshing there, you're going to burn yourself. Ready?
A little more. Okay. Bring your camera over here to show that.
Tyler Berry says, teamwork makes the dream work. LOL.
Alright, hand me my meat because I got a bunch of juice in there still too. And just dump it on in there.
And this would be your meat, correct?
Yeah. Number on.
I just don't want to splash it. Trying to get the liquid first.
I know. Good.
Good. We're racking up dishes there, sweetheart. Are we done with the milk or?
Yes.
Okay.
That seasoned all right.
You good? You good?
Yeah.
What are you looking for? I left it
So I'm
there.
worried about bouillon. My beef bouillon.
Right here. Are you done with this right here?
My beef bouillon.
Right here. Let's grab the lid, okay? And look at the color of the lid. Are you done with this butter? No, because you're going to need to fry that, right? Flour.
Yeah, no flour.
Oh.
That's good.
Right there, on the cutting board. TT, it's okay, Mama. It was Dad. He made a noise with the cutting board. I know, Cujo. It's gonna be okay. You're all right, sweetheart. Here for now.
Now we're gonna have some sour cream.
Sit bam. Start dishwater.
We have about 16 ounces of sour cream. I don't know if anybody can even hear me or not.
16 ounces of sour cream, y'all.
And if you don't like sour cream, it's still good without it. Now, four-man stroganoff's real good too. Usually, with like I call it a four-man stroganoff. We'll use hamburger meat, and I'll make the gravy the same way with mushroom and one bit of sour cream. So all you got is basically a mushroom gravy with hamburger meat, and put it over egg noodles,
That's pretty good.
the white egg noodles.
Keep
You know,
your
bag.
2 cents down from there, mister.
And it makes a great quick meal. It's a whole lot quicker than this. Yowza, that hurt.
Did you burn your finger?
Huh?
Did you burn your finger?
Yeah, that's the bad thing about these pans is they get really hot.
Is it? Oh, it's not the one that just has the one handle. So I have the little things to go over that.
You can't believe it.
Just got booty bumped I don't know how many times.
Don't act like you didn't like it.
You what?
I said, don't act like you didn't like it.
Booty bump you.
Where'd that butter go?
Right there. Watch it, Moochie.
Now we're gonna refry the Spaetzle.
Fried spaetzle, more fried spaetzle. Watch it, guys. Oh, Moochie. Oh, Moochie. Little spoon? Okay.
And I cheat, I buy the already minced garlic just because it's a whole lot easier.
We use a lot of garlic in the house.
I like garlic. Ain't no vampires getting me. Vampires?
Keeps the vampires away. All right, guys.
Spaetzle on it.
Huh?
I'm gonna spaetzle.
Here you go.
Throw it in there. Hurry.
Watch your teeth. The bowl's right back behind you. On the counter next to the sink on the right. Oh, this storm things. Kid Guardian says they're called potholders, Mr. G. Wyoming Girl says, I read the title of the video. I knew better. Between watching them cook and smelling the crock pot, I'm hungry. Kid Guardian says, yeah, I'm 2 peas in a pod, Mr. and Mrs. G. I know. I walked away. The bots hit again.
They hit again.
Yes. Jean says, what is the reason to refry the pasta?
Just for flavor. You don't have to.
It tastes really good when you refry it. Daphne says, okay, guys, you don't want me to come back there, LOL.
It's kind of a old German tradition. A lot of your older Germans, that's what they'll do is they'll refry the spaetzle in butter.
Frank says, it was pumpkin spice. Jackie says, I love garlic. Barb says, smells good. Clear oven in Bakersfield, California, LOL. Kid Guardian says, Denison's ain't got nothing on you, Sean. Yikes. I must have missed Sean's comment. Teresa says, if you all like beef jerky, my husband just made some. The whole house smells funky.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan, LOL.
I love beef jerky.
I can send you all samples. Yeah, we love beef jerky. We love deer jerky. I like turkey jerky too.
Jerky, hey, you name it. I like jerky.
Jen 1973 says, hey, my favorite people. Well, hello,
We've had
hon.
buffalo jerky. We've had elk jerky.
Yeah. Yep. It's good.
Alligator jerky.
It's good stuff. Good stuff.
What was that last one we had? Well, it was bison jerky, wasn't it?
Yes. The one in the black, white, and blue and red wrapper.
I don't remember what color.
Yeah.
Wrapper
Oh, Frankie said we were talking about my 3-layer cake. Oh. Wendy says everything is better with butter. Kate Guardian says butter.
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 Makes it better.
Better with butter.
Butter makes it better.
Oh my gosh, it is. I never put that.
Oh, I guess get up if you were saying. Ouch.
Oops. Almost turned the water on in the fridge.
What I did?
You put it in the left-hand side. I got dishwater in the right-hand side.
I didn't know there was a specific side. What specific side do you want me to put it on?
The one with the dishwater with the dirty dishes in it.
I thought it was clean dishwater. I didn't want to get your clean dishwater dirty.
You want to get my clean dishwater dirty.
I was looking out for you.
Me and Dad, Mooch, me and Dad are fixing to have that.
Coach, get out of my kitchen now.
He said, but Mom was talking to me, Dad.
No, her needs to stop talking to you. No, I don't mean to go to that side.
He said, well, maybe it's better over here. Well, that's not going to work.
You're fixing to drop it. Drop it like it's hot.
There you go. I did not drop it.
Did you just blush a little bit?
Possibly. I have to clean the dish drainer
Drop
thing.
it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Ooh.
Is that how you did?
No.
No, it isn't.
No. Now the fun part. Is that right, TT Marie? Are you going to put it back in this bowl?
Nope. Serve it right out of there, no?
I'm just asking whether or not to clean it or save it for you so you can put it back in there.
Clean it, leave it dirty. I like it both ways. Clean and dirty. Just saying.
I'm pretty sure everyone knows how you like it.
Any way I can get it. I tell you what, this goes pretty darn good.
It does. My belly's grilling, but I gotta go put laundry in the washing machine first.
You done?
No?
Get on out of my way.
You need to
Get on out
behave
here.
yourself,
No, get on out of here.
Mr. Johnson. Sean says, Mrs. G, you're such a beautiful woman. G is lucky to have you. Well, thank you.
What am I, just chopped liver?
Michelle Brandon says, if I drop it like it's hot, it's going to stay there.
It's all good.
Debbie says, it is so windy today and 85 degrees. Yeah, it's pretty windy today and it was almost 80, but it was nice outside. That's a big plus. Okay, Guardian says, great example of teamwork. This is the way it's always been with us.
I cook, I don't clean.
And I'm fine. He can cook, I will clean. I'm good with that.
I'm really good at messes.
Yeah. And like I said, usually I'm already running behind him and picking stuff up and washing it. And then he'll be saying, well, where's that spatula I just had?
I
Well, I
wasn't
thought
done
it
with
was
that.
dirt. You were done with it.
But I wasn't.
So I wash things sometimes a couple times. I've gotten a little bit better. And actually
Honey, that just sounds dirty.
try to check with him before I start washing
It ain't
the
after
dirty
dark.
dishes.
Oh! You just broke the camera.
I didn't even do nothing. Sorry guys, I dropped you.
I told you that wasn't a good idea.
Fix the leg. I was trying to multitask.
Well, you ruined it.
I ruined it.
Oh, it's cracked. Bad.
No, it's not.
Maybe not.
He's so full of it. Sorry guys, didn't mean to drop you on your head.
Yes, you did. Don't let her lie to you.
With all G. Wow, your girl says, my head, I need ice. Sorry, guys.
I'll give you some ice and the dogs will bite you over.
Oh yeah, Frank says, I just dropped it like it's hot. If I dropped it like it's hot, I would not be able to get up. Misty says, what Mr. G is making, is there a way to make it with lactose-free milk and without sour cream? I'm sure there is.
Yeah, you don't have to use milk. You can use water. And you can omit the sour cream.
Sean says, typical, Mrs. G is good at cleaning up all of G's messes. Laurie Allen says, wow, I'm going to be hurting now. Well, I hit the floor hard.
I guess
Sorry,
with the
guys.
Spaetzle, almond milk.
Yeah, you can use almond milk. Wyoming girl says, yeah, I've been told that a timer.
But as far as the gravy goes, just use more stock. Don't use the milk or sour cream in the gravy.
Didn't stop my concussion. Okay, Guardian says, thanks, Mr. G. I already have brain damage. Sorry. I was trying to multitask. So I could get some of these dishes done so that they didn't pile up on me. Lori says, well, I'm going to be hurting. I hit... Okay, I read that. Hugh Stevenson says, medic! Medic! Sean said, ouch.
Man down, man
Mrs.
down.
G, I need a Band-Aid. You cut my forehead when you dropped us. Hey, P.T. Marie. You're fine, Mama. It's me. You heard the bowl hit the inside of the seat. She goes right into Cujo stance. Teresa says, I have fallen and can't get up. Wyoming girl says, it's okay, Mrs. G. Kitchen is crowded with all of us. Missy said, thank you, Mr. G.
Here's the Spaetzle.
The spatula.
Can't see it. I don't know.
I don't know.
You'll have to go over there to the other one, babe. Just put it outside.
No, up. There you go. Now you can see it.
Put Spaetzle and put the
And put the what?
Stroganoff on it.
Thank you very much.
What the hell was that squeal?
Me and you were fixing a fight. We just had this discussion.
No, he did not.
Yes, we did. Clean dishes go on the left. Dirty dishes are in the right.
I bet they go where I put them. Who
You're
knows that?
fixing to get my foot where I put it.
No, don't be threatening me with a good time. That'd be the most action I had in a long time.
Ken Guardian says, small minds amuse
Here.
easily. Yeah.
Dinner is served.
It looks yummy.
Is that
I
look
still
good?
have to, yes, I still have to go put clothes in the wash.
That can wait.
Careful. You have TT.
Guys, I think we're going to eat now.
All right, guys, we love you, and we will see you tomorrow.
Love you guys.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
TT, you're okay, Mama. It was the bowl. Dad
She's a
moved the
Cujo.
bowl.